I always used to be the quiet kid around people that I didn't know. So listening instead of talking was kind of my default setting. But whenever I'm around people that I know very well, for some time that I'm friends with, I'm a lot louder. I talk a lot more. I don't know why that is. I guess it's just the way that I am. But I realized that listening is especially important. And it's not just listening out for the problems that they have, because everybody has some problem. Everybody has some baggage to carry all the time. But it's not just that, it's also listening out because it benefits you. Every person that you talk with, there's a lesson that you can learn. There's a way to get better or information that you can gain to be a better person. So listening and is also a way to become better yourself. And it's just so often that in conversations we just try to tell our stories and we don't really listen to the other person. We just ask questions, but not because we actually want to know what they think about it. We just want to give our opinion to it. It's like, what do you do after school? What is your plans in life? And then they're like, well, my plan. And then you're just like, yeah. Well, I want to do this. And then it's like, oh, wow, okay, thank you. Didn't give a shit. Why the fuck did you ask? And I think all of us have been on the receiving side of that, where someone asks us a question but doesn't really give a shit. And we just know how annoying that is, I think. And I feel like listening is such a easy way to be liked, because everyone loves talking about themselves, right? Everybody loves it. So being the person that listens when other person talk about themselves, and you actually care about what they say, and you're listening to them every word, and you're asking questions because you're interested in what they say, you just become so liked, because it's just like, wow, this guy actually cares about me, and I can talk about myself, which I find pretty cool, and he still listens. And that's just such a great trait. And especially as an introvert, I always took that as an excuse to not be social. I'm not going to that party because I'm just not good socially, or I'm not talking to those people because I'm bad socially. I'm an introvert. I don't do that. And I always was insecure about that because I felt like I should be good socially, but I wasn't. But now it's like, that's an advantage, because I'm an introvert. I can listen very well without me feeling the need to talk about myself. And listening well is just such an easy way to not just get smarter but also be liked, right? So that's a good thing, right? And as I said, there's just so much value in listening to other people. I read a lot of books in the past 1.5 years, couple of years, whatever. I read about 40 books. But whenever I'm in a conversation with someone that I appreciate, I learn so quickly. It's like a 20-minute conversation, but I learned something afterwards. And obviously, that's just with people that you actually appreciate. If you listen well to a person and you don't feel like it's benefiting you, and you just don't enjoy it at all because they just talk about whatever is unimportant out there. I don't know. Like, I don't know, they talk about closets and you're not interested in closets because nobody is fucking interested in closets, then it's the wrong person, right? But by listening, you can learn if it's the right person. I don't know if you probably heard the quote, usually the loudest in the room is the weakest, the quickest man, the quietest man in the room who is being very observant is the smartest and strongest. You probably heard some variation of that quote. I just googled it right now, so I have some quote that I can give you. It's by Roddy Ricch. He's a rapper, so that's why I took it. But like some variation of that where like the quietest dude is the most deadliest or whatever. And it's very true because listening just gives you an advantage over a lot of people that just care about talking about themselves. Moaned. Yeah, that's it. Aim higher and give me a smoosh. Mwah.